Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Betty McIntyre and I am the Director of Public Policy and Community Relations with the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing. We are super excited about today. We are going to be unveiling our new statewide public education and awareness campaign regarding employment. This campaign was all about you and the communities we serve, the deaf, the hard of hearing, and the deaf-blind. We can't wait to show you what we've got in store. So let me turn it over to our Executive Director, Sherry Collins, for the real unveil.
Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us. We are thrilled to launch the employment campaign. This campaign is about you and about us who are deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind throughout the state of Arizona. Just like you, I have faced limitations and barriers in the area of employment. I have been turned down. You're not alone. That's why this is an important campaign. Here at the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, we have had many people contact our office saying that they want a job, but they've been turned down. They want to have interviews, but the interviews have been dismissed because they're deaf or hard of hearing. Or once the employers find out that they're deaf or hard of hearing, they dismiss them. And that places are not always providing appropriate accommodations for communication. It's not fair. We have the right to work. And so we want to spread awareness through this employment campaign to teach employers that deaf and hard of hearing people are just like anybody else, if you just give us the opportunity. So this is the message that we're going to show. We'll show you what we've done with this employment campaign. First, we'll start with our logo. So you can see the logo is a circle with the thumbs up graphic, and the words say, "Let's get to work." We believe that's perfect. We're ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work. This logo is going to show up in a lot of different places throughout the state of Arizona. One example is in billboards on the freeways. You'll see banner ads on the freeway, and those will be posted in different areas around the state. You're also going to see a digital campaign, an online presence in lots of different places. You'll see the finger-spelled letters for work and the English letters for work. You'll see different pictures associated with that. We'll also have a website, changeyourperception.org, www.changeyourperception.org. The website is full of information, and that information is going to be for employers. There's also going to be information for people who are searching for jobs. We'll be partnering with different organizations who are looking to hire deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind people. So you can look in one place and you can find information on jobs as well as employers. We also have an employment guide. That employment guide is meant to help employers with resources and recommendations on different communication accommodations. As we know, communication accommodations are not a one-size-fits-all. They vary according to the communication needs of the individual. So this guide is going to help employers know what different technology is available, how they can communicate with deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind people. The guide is also printable, so they can have that as a ready resource. Now let's look at some of the stories from some of the people who live here in the state of Arizona. This is Andrew. Andrew is deaf-blind. He moved to Arizona because he had been recruited for a position. Here's what Andrew has to say. Do not hide your disabilities. Instead, be proud. Show them how your disabilities make you a better employee, partner, and a human being overall. Christy is hard of hearing. Over the years, Christy has faced many communication challenges and didn't know what resources were available for her. When she finally found out what resources were available, it made her work a better place. This is what Christy has to say. At some of my previous places of employment, I didn't know about all of the accommodations available to me. Once I learned about all of the options that were available, it made a world of difference to me and my abilities to be successful in my new career. This is Nicole. Nicole is deaf. Nicole has faced many problems and barriers. She applied for a job online, and during the interview, the employer said that the position was closed, and when they found out she was deaf. But she fought, and now she has that job. Here's what Nicole has to say. I did get the job, and I am the first deaf certified pharmacy technician at Amazon PillPack in Phoenix. I want to encourage the deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind community to show people your abilities, not your disability. This is Barb. Barb is hard of hearing. She has faced many challenges, just like other people have in the other stories that we've heard. Here's what Barb had to say. Today, I am proud to say that I have achieved my career goals as a Vice President of Human Resources for a dynamic energy services organization. Although I don't always hear the world around me, I always feel the vibration of obstacles being overcome. Curtis is hard of hearing. Curtis has a lot of years of experience throughout his career and has faced many challenges. He's been laid off, he made a 6-figure income, he's had many, many interviews where he's been turned down, he accepted a job with less pay, all because he was deaf or hard of hearing with a cochlear implant. Here's what Curtis had to say. With a stellar resume that received many invitations to interview for upper management level positions, I was denied the opportunity of employment once the decision makers saw my cochlear implant. One executive who flew me in for an interview even commented, "What is that wire sticking out of your head? And how can you use the telephone?" After 1,000 applications, I settled for a $9 per hour job cleaning the public area of a casino, despite having made a 6-figure salary the previous years. This is Myron. Myron is a young deaf college student. He's a full-time student, and he got a job using an app to provide pet sitting services. Here's what Myron has to say. I was a bit concerned about how my clients would treat me as a deaf person. Fortunately, I proved myself to them. This part-time job is perfect for me as a full-time college student. So as you hear these different stories from people, you can see that you're not alone. There are a lot of people out there that are just like you, who have stories just like yours, and we want to change that. We want employers to hire deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind people, because like our logo says, let's get to work. So now I'm going to turn it over to Betty.
Thanks, Sherry. And thank you for all of you for joining us today. As you can tell, we're pretty excited about our new campaign. Look for it in your community, and we encourage you to share the message and the initiative that we're trying to accomplish. And if you know a business looking to hire, send them our way, because together we can engage, employ, empower.